Hey, I get some questions about what's my favorite setup for the Nichols Pulsator spinnerbait. You guys know I love throwing this spinnerbait. Halo Series 2 Twilight rod. I really love this rod for it. It's kind of a faster tip rod. Typically, I run 16-pound Sunline Sniper FC. Now, to me, 16, and there might be some situations where it's a little too much, but a lot of times you get some pretty violent strikes on a spinnerbait, and I like to have a little bit heavier line, so if a 4 or 5 or 6 pounder comes up and just wails on that thing, I don't want to break him off. Because a lot of times when they hit a spinnerbait, they turn on it, and when they eat it, they turn, and it's violent, and it can really stretch your line. So I try to go with somewhere around that 15, 16 pound test. Like I said, my favorite's a 16 pound Sunline. Typically throw it on a 6.5 to 1 ardent reel, and like I said, the Halo Twilight Series 2. I like a 7.3 or 7.6. I'm a tall guy, so a lot of guys might like a 7-foot rod, but a good fast action graphite rod. There's a couple of different retrieves I like to do with the spinnerbait. One of them is I keep my rod tip a little bit high, and I'm almost bulging that bait under the surface. But what a lot of guys do is they don't put any action in that bulge. When I bulge that thing and then put a little action into it, it almost creates a little boil, as if something else is trying to chase the spinnerbait. And a lot of times I think that extra little bulge or little boil when you put a tap into it really makes a fish, a fish that might be following it, really, he sees that boil and there's a little bit of extra action. I think a lot of times that triggers a bite.